coming in and making APB clean this up. They did. And APB cleaned it up to what their standards were.
Their standards of 30 years ago.
It doesn't matter. They cleaned it up to what their standards were.
Let the DEP come and tell us that.
You can't go in every
Let the DEP
5 years and say, hey, there's something new you gotta do. They met the standards of the DEP accepted.
30 years
All right, it doesn't matter. They didn't wrong.
So well, should we entertain any questions from the audience? So we voted. The second point to that question is, and I believe that the chairman may have the ability to set up a meeting. So if you decline and you either want to go, I request that we set up a meeting with the DEP and the public. Allow them to answer their questions. I would set it up for the 17th, 16th, 17th of this month, and just have the meeting that you may answer questions. You don't have to come.
If the supervisors don't want to show up, they don't have to.
Can he do that? We just voted no.
Right,
That was a meeting for us with the DEP, and now I'm asking to set a meeting up for the public. They need to hear the
Okay, we
answers.
vote again.
Okay, again, the majority of the board can decide whether you want to have a meeting for the public with the DEP now. They could come and talk about non-legal issues. That's, could be an option, but whether you want a public meeting is a decision for the board right now. Whether you don't want to do it right now.
Can I not set it up just as a information session? I believe that the public has the right, and as the chair, I would like to set up that meeting so the public can ask questions of the DEP.
So,
And
the board's request.
the chairman has a right to set meetings where a majority of the board can call a meeting, just like they can call an executive session. The chairman can call one, where the majority of the board can call one. He has a right to set up an informational meeting and let the public come.
So the majority of the board just said, voted no on back to
No,
coming,
on
whether
that
it's
meeting.
public or
On
not.
that meeting.
It was a meeting with the supervisors and the DEP.
Okay, so you should.
So this is separate. This is
I'll
for the
vote on
public.
public meeting then.
This is for the public and the DEP. Pardon me?
Well, the public would be allowed to attend it.
No, I mean, that's what this motion was, that you just said.
Okay.
He's not getting what he wants.
Very well.
Okay, so it sounds
Yeah,
like you
he's
voted
supposed to
on
do that.
You vote.
I just want the record.
What was
Okay, so the record is correct, and if I was to say that we were going to meet, or have a meeting set up for the public, would there be anyone who would go along with that?
She voted no.
You would? Okay, let me ask again, just that there would be a public meeting for the public to ask questions. All those in favor signify by saying
So
aye.
let me ask a question. What is it that you want the DEP to come here and say?
I want them to answer questions to the public.
What question?
The public deserves to know that there was accusations made back 4 months ago that buried barrels were all over the property. I see that switched maybe 2 weeks ago. It showed up on Attorney White's page that said now there was barrels of chemicals dumped down a mine shaft. The public deserves to know those answers and ask the DEP, hey, can you have that area tested around the mine shaft? Is that a true statement? We have to honor that request. Mr. Flair is the one that brought that to the attention.
Yes, and I was up there with the gentleman today and pointed out right where they're at.
And it needs addressed, and we need to.
I'll tell you what, if they're there, you resign from this board.
We need to know. We need to know. We can ask those questions. We need to find out. I heard other things that the mine shaft was shut down in 1952. Well, so what are the facts? What does?
One and number two.
Mr. Chairman, the reason they're against the DEP coming out because they will tell a truthful narrative about the condition of that property. It's different from what these three are saying all the time, they're spreading.
No.
That's why they don't hear from the DEP.
Opinion to that?
The DEP isn't going to be able to come here and answer where the barrels are because they haven't done any investigation.
We had.
He knows where they are.
You said you saw.
Go ahead. Let her speak. Finish.
They aren't going to be able to answer those questions because they haven't moved forward with any remediation. That's what I'm trying to say. There was information that wasn't given to us by a former attorney. Before we move forward with a DEP meeting, I need to know what it is I'm asking the DEP. In order to know what it is I'm asking the DEP, I need to understand the contract. I need to understand the information that wasn't provided to us.
Well,
I don't want to sit up here and just throw questions at the DEP and then have Gretchen come back to us a month later and say, well, this report, and be like, shoot, well, I would have loved to ask the DEP that, but now I can't because we had a meeting, we rushed a meeting to prove a point, which I don't know what it is. No, I am not saying no to a DEP meeting.
You just
I'm
did.
saying, no, I asked you to table it. Let Gretchen review the contract. Let Gretchen get us all the information that we're asking for. And then, after that happens, we can set up a meeting where we can be educated and ask educated questions. There's no rush to do this. As it sits right now, that property does not pose a harm. For once, this board needs to do things the correct way instead of rushing and flailing and looking like we don't know what we're talking
so
about.
the vehicles that are riding on there, or somebody reported to me that there were
So
floods on the
let's
dump
fence it off.
and arsenic that's running down every time it rains. Now I'm thinking of this because the environmental engineer. Every time it rains, the arsenic runs down and goes into the stream.
That's not what
He didn't say that.
1,4 dioxide is running down the stream. I hear the opposition saying, or I've heard people say, don't grow food, vegetables, and mutes. Don't plant trees and eat the fruit. I want those questions to be answered by the
So do
DEP.
it the right way.
I have heard the opposition say that we need to fence in the whole 88 acres. Well, 88 acres, you said that? So what do you do when the gas or the arsenic runs down into the stream, and then, so is your solution that we fence off in front of Holy Rosary and the ball field and use on watching the fireworks out there, and then there's going to be fences on both sides of the road?
We tested it. The environmental
So-
consultant said the water was fine.
I want to know the questions also. If Darla brought up that she had concerns of the arsenic traveling through the air, 1,500 feet getting in the air shaft and going into the school. The expert that appeared last Thursday stated that he doesn't see it going any further than 200-300 feet. So if
You just contradicted yourself. You're saying there's
The-
arsenic running down the Holy Rosary
Airborne,
Church. Now you're saying.
and there's
Now you're saying that he does you're
the
saying
environmental
that-
engineer stated that the arsenic could travel to 200 to 300 feet. It would not travel 1,500 feet to the school. So I want to ask the environmental or the DEP those kinds of questions. Why can't we ask them? Why can't we use our brains and say, if you're worried about the DEP not doing their job correctly, your battle isn't with us, it's with the Harrisburg DEP.
With you.
If you decided that you wanted to think about it, you could say, why don't we do this work when the school isn't in session in the summertime? So there's always a solution that we could work out.
There is a solution, and I'm not saying no to a meeting with the DEP.
You did.
I'm saying.
You're voting now.
I'm saying I would like to have all the information so that I have a list of educated questions to ask the DEP.
Well, and I would say, let's do it once and then let's do it twice, but let's let the public ask their questions.
Chairman, she says she doesn't want to ask the DEP questions, she's not ready. That doesn't mean the public can't ask questions.
The public did an outstanding job asking the questions.
There are a lot of questions they want to ask.
I would agree. Would you
Well,
guys
I have a question
reconsider?
for the board. I have a question for the board.
Would you please reconsider, board?
Do you anticipate the DEP
No.
having any different answers than what the engineers told us? Because the engineers were doing the research for the township and for the DEP. The
Exactly.
engineers that were here last week presented what they found to you and to the DEP. So I don't anticipate getting any questions differently from the DEP than what we got from the engineers. I'm not
Then
saying.
don't show up at the meeting
Well,
then.
then don't attend the meeting.
I am not suggesting.
Don't
we
attend the
have a
meeting if you don't
I'm
wanna
just
hear
saying,
the
why don't
truth.
we, for once in our lives, do things in the proper order instead of trying to.
And let's be transparent and have
There
a
are reports, environmental reports that we did not receive from our former attorneys. In order to know what we're asking the DEP, we need copies of those reports, which is why we need Gretchen to get us that information. So do you really think, it's hard enough to get a meeting with the DEP, you think they're gonna come five times?
So Cindy,
Yes.
So Cindy, the meeting 2 months ago, Dan read off a report from Dave Perry, the environmental engineer, and your immediate sentence was, "You lost me after the first sentence." You remember saying that? That's why those documents are in the experts' hands. Those are the people that we pay to have that professional opinion. When Dan read off that letter,
You got it, Bill.
when he read off that letter, you said, "You lost me after the first sentence." That's why we have the experts. Now, we had people in the audience that had tremendous, excellent questions to the environmental engineer, but I've since developed more questions that I wouldn't mind asking as it relates to the road and the property that was already Act 2 approved, that there's no contaminants. That dispels a lot of the rumors. I wouldn't mind asking the building, or how many, what's the total tonnage of the slate dump, that needs removed, that has the arsenic flowing down it. And does it come down to the stream? And if your solution is to fence it off, do we have to fence off the stream all the way through Muse? And does it have to have big, ugly, hazardous materials all over the fence all the way around? Why don't we fix the problem? I believe that we still should investigate and fix the problem.
Stop trying to be a hero.
Okay, so a
Just
suggestion,
stop, allow me to speak.
if you want to vote now, to schedule that hearing after a time that I've reported back to the board. You can decide now to have it in the future.
It's gonna
That's a
take
suggestion.
months to get an appointment with the DEP
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, no, we just found out that the DEP appointment was sent and secured. Dawn had to finalize it. Is that what I
Is
understood?
that true?
Elizabeth?
I have the email.
Yeah.
Eric, he's saying you didn't.
She asked me.
That was the secretary.
It was Lauren Frazee, the
He's saying
liaison,
he didn't have
and
enough
he's
to
going to say it.
Brian Schimmel's our liaison.
Very well.
That's Lauren Frazee.
Well,
I don't remember.
Elizabeth, I spoke with Lauren Frazee. She's not our representative. Brian Schimmel is. She actually,
I'll show you.
after our phone call,
I'll show you the email.
she forwarded me to Brian Schimmel, yes.
And she said you guys didn't invite them to come speak.
She wouldn't even talk about it. I said, listen, I understand you talked to a resident, tried to find some more information about having a meeting. She said, listen, you need
Well,
to.
She didn't invite them to come speak.
I'm just telling you what she told me when
And
I
I'm
talked to
telling
her.
you what I have the email on my phone, I'll show it to you.
Right, I mean, our contact
Didn't
is,
invite them to come speak.
so if I may, and authorizing or confirming it with the DEP, I would request that we have a meeting set for the public for May 16th.
We voted.
And that would allow Gretchen enough time to do
Already
her
voted on
analysis.
this.
Like, since the board voted on that.
And,
We voted no.
The board voted on that.
pardon me?
The board voted on that. I made a suggestion to have,
Right,
the
thank you.
board vote, if you want, to have it in the future at some point after I've reported back, so you can contact the DEP now, maybe get on their schedule. If you want to, someone wants to move to have a secondary vote, which would have a different time frame, I think that'd be perfectly acceptable, but that particular vote has already happened for that meeting.
Okay, so to allow Gretchen to investigate and to Dawn to finalize a meeting for the May 16th to answer questions from the public.
No.
Is that what you meant? Go ahead.
No, you all had a vote on getting the DEP right away, and then there was a suggestion that the timing was just off. So I made a recommendation to, why don't you vote now to schedule to have it at some point in the future after I've reported back, meaning Don can reach out to the DEP now, get some possible dates,
Very
wait
well.
until I report back, and then you guys can go ahead and schedule it.
Would the board be open to that?
Just a recommendation.
Would the board move to do that?
Gretchen, do you think that you will need more than a month to go through? I know there's a ton of stuff to go through.
I'm asking for a week.
A week?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's not.
Yeah, it's not.
That's not.
I'd say to reach out, hopefully by next month, we'll have some information for you.
So I say if it's gonna take her at least a month to get back to us, let's revisit this in June.
May we set a date for the public,
No,
even if
Eric.
it's before that month?
No.
Eric will revisit in June.
Very well. Next item.